Hello everyone, this is part 2 for the sign of Aquarius. This is the extended version. If you may want to go back and watch the first part. This is basically where I just clarify everything that we went over in part 1. But you can start here because we're going to add more clarifiers to the ones that we've done. This is a general reading, so not everything will apply to every Aquarius out there. So take what applies. If it does not resonate within these 3 placements, the first, second, and third placement, it's probably not your story. Signs and or genders also do not always apply. Just pay attention to the energy of the card, or the characteristic, or the archetype. But yeah, we're going to get into this with the current energy situation. Oh, let me start this over. Cancel. Alright, so what do we do? This one. Alright, let's look at one more with the 5 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups for Aquarius' current energy situation. What is their current energy situation, please, for the sign of Aquarius? What is their current energy situation with the 5 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups, please, one more. So the 9 of Cups was on your surface. So something that you're thinking about, or someone. Let's look at this 5 of Pentacles. Tell me about this 5 of Pentacles for Aquarius. Okay. Yeah, alright, there's a situation that you are going through that is painful, disappointing, hurtful. I don't know if you left somebody, let something go, or someone let you go. Whatever it is causing pain here. You're either surrounding yourself with a support system, would be that friends, family, maybe you've joined a forum of some kind, a group, and kind of getting emotional support from there, or maybe you're, because of this, you are reconciling maybe not reconciling, but building back relationships that you may have neglected in the past. This also could be letting a friendship go for some of you. Maybe a friend disappointed you, or a situation that you wanted to see grow from a friendship was disappointing. But we do have disappointment here based on a feeling of abandonment, neglect, rejection. It could be a hardship of some kind, whether that's financial hardship or living lifestyle, a job. You could be disappointed in your work. But it does look like you have some kind of something to fall back on. Especially emotionally, because we do have 2 cups. Some of you could be celebrating the fact that this is over. I'm going to look a little bit more. I'm going to take that one. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you could be putting more intensity towards your work, towards other connections. Tell me about that 3 of Cups. What's that 3 of Cups? Some of you could even have reconciled with a person that previously abandoned you or rejected you, or vice versa. Come on. Tell me about that 3 of Cups, please. For others of you, there could have been a situation where there was 3 parties, a third party situation going on. That doesn't always have to mean cheating, whether you were cheated on or the other way around. It could have been just something came between you and a partnership. With the Fool, yeah, it feels like you're trying to throw yourself into other things to distract. Or maybe you're looking at the situation like you didn't properly analyze the situation and then you got burned. And now you're recognizing that. Like, you threw yourself at something, you took a leap of faith and it didn't pay out. But you're still trying to keep your head up about it, I feel, with the 3 and the 9. Trying to stay optimistic or trying to pretend like it's not what it is. For others of you, you are leaning on friends or family to get you through this. Tell me about that 9 of Cups. Tell me about that 9 of Cups. 1, 2, 3. Ace of Wands. Okay, yeah, some of you'd have something that you can chase. You have a new opportunity that could potentially give you some emotional contentment and make you happy or pleased. It's not quite the 10 of Cups, but it's not this either. Again, for some of you that are celebrating the ending of, or walking away or cutting off of something, you're doing it because you had an opportunity elsewhere. It doesn't necessarily mean like you broke up with someone, or it could have been, you know, your job let you go and it was actually a good thing. I get the sense that some of you also may have friends surrounding you that are telling you it's time to move on from whatever this is. They're trying to, you know, hype you up and tell you to take on another opportunity or look elsewhere for an opportunity because you're still attached to whatever this is. You have friends and family that are telling you, you know, yeah, this happened and it's disappointing and it's painful and you feel rejected, but look what you could have if you would just focus your energy elsewhere. Others of you, you're doing that on your own, but you're still using a support system to help you and cheer you on. Alright, we're going to move on. I don't want to spend too much time. You are going through some type of separation or disappointment, or someone let you go and you're celebrating that. There is some kind of ending or painful situation here, though. Whether you admit it or not, it's caused you some discomfort at the least. Alright, so let's look some more into what's crossing you as a challenge or obstacle. This is confusion surrounding, this is your card, the Hierophant is Taurus energy. But it could be confusion surrounding a commitment. Let's look a little bit more into that. Commitment not just to love, but maybe work, friends, family. Tell me about the Hierophant and 7 of Cups for what's crossing the sign of Aquarius. And okay, a lack of proper prioritizing with the 2 of Pentacles trying to come in reverse. There's imbalance here with the 2 showing up like that. Somebody's juggling something and it's getting nowhere. There's no leeway, there's no progress being made because there's a lack of clarity, there's confusion, there may even be a self-delusion, maybe not being realistic, not being practical, not being logical, that's surrounding this, whatever this. It could be a marriage, it could be a commitment, it could be a contract, or just a way of thinking. You've gone through your life thinking certain things because of society, culture, parents, religion, whatever. Let's look at what is that. I'm not Six of Wands. What does the Hierophant represent here as a challenge? Yeah, it's an idea. A certain mindset. A mindset about possibly commitment, tradition, what is traditional, or what is true to me. What is my truth? A mindset. Something is shaking up what you hold to be true. Tell me about, what does the Hierophant represent, please? One. For some of you, it is a long-term commitment or contract, too. And 3. 8 of Wands. 9 or 10 of Wands. 7 and the 10 of Wands. Yeah, holding on to something that no longer serves you, that is an outdated way of thinking, or perhaps has just run its course. But you're devoted to it for whatever reason. Maybe because it does provide a certain element of stability, structure, safety, security. Whatever it has become a burden now. It has become a lot of work, and you're defending it. You are justifying it in your head, but at the same time that you're justifying it and you're rationalizing it, it's also causing you conflict within yourself, within your thoughts, your feelings, your mindset. You're very confused, or if you're dealing with somebody, that's what, and you don't know what's going on with them, that's what's going on with them. They are locked on. Whoever this is, whoever's confused within their mind, whoever is trying to balance something out but is not getting anywhere with it, kind of, things are really upside down right now. But whatever that is to you, that the Hierophant, whether that's a marriage, a commitment, or a contract, it's like somebody's stuck in their ways. Whoever this is, they're so stuck in their ways and they don't see a way out. But it's kind of self-inflicted because of this 8 of Swords up here. They're not looking at it in a new way, which I'm starting to think this is you, because your advice is to look at something in a new light, to find out a new way forward, or a new approach, or a new idea. That's your advice. It could be the other person if you're dealing with somebody. They're conflicted, but they're also very stuck in their ways and their habits, and they're conflicted internally. It's like an internal tug of war within themselves, within their mind, within their values. The challenge here is basically holding on to a truth that is no longer serving, or a contract or commitment that is, something about it is causing confusion, causing a lack of clarity, causing imbalance. And the whole reading is about this Tower, which is, this is the shakeup. This is turning everything on its head. It's forcing you into a position where you have to look at something that maybe you haven't been willing to, but now it's forcing you. It's forcing your hand here, or this person's hand, if this isn't you and it's someone else. Let's move on. A challenged commitment. Somebody's confused, or both parties are confused because of the other party, and it's kind of like going back and forth between the two of you. If you're not dealing with somebody, this is internal. This is you. What's on your mind is either feeling tied to a situation, or because I asked this to be who or what is most on your mind. So it could be a situation or it could be a person. So if it's you, and you're not dealing with anyone, and you're not thinking of anyone, this is you feeling tied to a situation that at one point did offer emotional fulfillment, pleasure of some kind, but now you feel stuck, you feel trapped to it or by it. If it is a person, then this person feels trapped in their head. It's a self-imposed prison. They're not taking any action about it, or, you know, they're not doing much with it at this time, it looks like. Or that this is your perspective of it, anyway. What you don't know shows a little bit further. So let's look at one more. One more with the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Swords, please, for the person and or situation on Aquarius's mind. What is their perspective of the person or situation at hand for the sign of Aquarius? One more with the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Swords, please. One more with the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Okay. Knight of Swords, I don't usually read reversals, but it did come out that way, or challenged, blocked. Somebody's not taking action. Somebody is staying stuck in their head. Whether that's you or the person that you're thinking. If you are thinking about a person, it could be Aries, Leo, Sag. Specifically Sag, does not have to be.
There will be almond pomades with cheeseburgers.
Well, that's unfortunate. I am going to have to pause this and I'll have to come back to this reading. I apologize. Hopefully you stick around for part 3. Be right back. Alright, I apologize. Had to stop for a brief interruption. We were on your surface mind, and somebody, if it's a situation that you're dealing with and not a person, then you feel like you are stuck or trapped in a situation. You can't take any action towards something that would potentially bring you happiness or at least emotional fulfillment. If you are dealing with a person and they're on your mind, then you feel like they're not taking any action, or they've trapped you to where that you can't. There's nothing that you can do. That's your perspective of it. Again, whether or not that's true, this is your perspective. We do have the Knight of Wands in the reverse, which sometimes can talk about somebody... Oh, crap. Give me 1 second. I forgot to start my timer. That's kind of important. Let's resume. Oh, boy. I don't even know what that was on. I'm going to just put that on 23 minutes. Somebody that's inconsistent, unreliable, maybe their motives and intentions aren't the best. Maybe you feel like they're only in it for a certain thing or a certain amount of time before they're gone again. Or your own. If you're thinking about yourself and, you know, again, you're not dealing with somebody else, you may be kind of trapping yourself in a mindset that you don't have enough drive or ambition or motivation to do something about your Nine of Cups. We're going to see what that is for you. Yeah, I'm going to use the deck. What does the Nine of Cups represent here for what's on Aquarius's? What or who is on Aquarius' mind? Tell me about this Nine of Cups for the sign of Aquarius, for who or what is on their mind and the perspective of it. Tell me about this Nine of Cups, please. What does that represent here? Okay. King of Cups. So, some of you may be thinking about a person from the past, specifically a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The kings do represent the 6 signs, so Scorpio here. It does not have to be. Somebody that you shared a lot of love for, and potentially happiness as well, because that's what that Nine of Cups is. This is a goal or an ambition in the emotional forefront. Now that did show up here in your recent past, so this could be a person that you're thinking about from the past, or you know, you're still with this person, but there was a greater sense of happiness that now you feel either trapped by in some way, because it is the Nine of Cups. The 10 of Cups is completion, You go from Ace to 10 and it stops at 10 and it starts all over. So it's not quite to the 10 of Cups. And if this is not a person, then this is your own sense of emotional contentment. What makes you happy, basically. I'm going to look at this Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords here? For the sign of Aquarius, for who or what is on their mind. Why do they feel trapped? Six of Cups definitely could be about a person or situation from the past. Six of Cups deals with good memories, nostalgia, reminiscing. So you could be kind of trapped in a past situation or thinking about a past person. And you feel like you can't take action towards that, whatever this is for you. Whether that's a person or situation or a previous sense of happiness that you felt. Let me see what, use this. Yeah, okay. Let me look at this. You could even feel trapped by the past. Trapped in memories of the past, not living in the now, you're living in a moment that has passed. Eight of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, somebody could have made a decision to walk away because they felt, yeah, despite the fact that there's the Nine of Cups here, it still felt like something was missing. Or somebody did that to you. Like maybe their sense of happiness was kind of mercurial. It only depended on things being a certain way. Kind of like the fair weather friend kind of thing. This could have been you or this could have been the other person. If you are thinking about someone. For those of you that are, there's two storylines for the person that is thinking about an individual or the person that is thinking about a situation when they're not dealing with someone. Clarify that Knight of Wands in the reverse. Who or what is that for the sign of Aquarius? With the Eight of Swords, I kind of feel like that's just inaction, staying stuck, not taking initiative. But then again, some of you may very well feel like your hands are tied and there's nothing that you can do about the situation. Tell me about that Knight of Wands, please. One, two. Okay. I think that's what came out earlier. Three. We have the Fool that came out almost in the reverse, so I'm just going to leave that here. Again, somebody's not taking initiative here. They're not taking a leap of faith. They're not taking a risk. Or, again, because of that Eight of Swords, they feel like they can't. Some of you may feel trapped. Maybe you're already in a commitment and you can't, you feel trapped in the commitment. Others of you, it could just be a situation. Remember the Five of Pentacles, the feeling of lack. Something's missing, something's not right, you're not receiving what you need or want. Mainly need, that's necessity. Nine of Coins. Yeah, there's not a sense of security, safety. Your confidence is not at its best. You have the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, so this deals with your personal sense of happiness and self-confidence, self-sufficiency. If this is the person you're thinking of, if this is a person, you see them as not taking initiative. If this is a situation, you're stuck and you're unable to take any kind of action, or you're just not doing it and you're kind of justifying your situation. Well, I can't do anything about it. Well, there's always something that you can do. So apply that how it most resonates. Just be honest with yourself, because I'm not here to paint anybody in a bad light or make anyone feel bad or judge anyone, but that's just the way the cards are coming out. You either see a person as capable of making you happy, but yet they're not taking action. They're not taking initiative. They're not, leading by example. Or you yourself see yourself as trapped in a situation, or as a situation as binding or controlling or keeping you stuck. Alright, so let's move on. Another way to interpret the Fool and the Knight of Wands in the reverse is that somebody takes too many risks. They do not think about the consequences, and they make foolish decisions without much forethought. That's another way to interpret that. Whoever this King of Cups is, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be another person. It could be your sense of emotional security. But if this is a person, they mean a great deal to you. Or they did at one point. There was the Six of Cups there. There are happy memories or experiences shared there. So let's look at the truth of the situation. We had Sagittarius, Temperance, and water sign again. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is how your perception of a situation or a person, either whichever one is true for you, and this is the reality of it, what you're not seeing. So the truth of the situation is either A, that there is a way to right this, there is a way to balance it out, there is a good way forward, or if it's the person that you see as incapable or not inconsistent, then what you don't see is that they are trying to stabilize or heal whatever is going on. So we're going to take a look at that, see what's going on there. One more with Temperance and the Queen of Cups, please, for what it is that Aquarius does not know but would greatly benefit them to understand at this time. What is the truth of the situation that is most, or the person that is most on their mind? The person or situation most on their mind. What is the truth? Not their perception of it, but the truth of it. The reality. Tell me about Temperance. Okay. I'm seeing this two different ways. I'll go with the one that I saw first. Missed opportunity. And I kind of see it in the sense that I feel like there's something going to have to be released. Regardless, it's going to take a sacrifice. Something is going to have to be sacrificed here in order for this to balance out. But there's also a timing element here. Like, it's not that time is not on your side, but it's not, you don't have an infinite amount of chances to make this work, or this person realizes that they don't. We're going to look a little bit deeper into that. Tell me about the Temperance Alchemist. Tell me about Temperance, please. What are we trying to balance out here? Or what is this? Is this timing? Is this healing? Is this... What does Temperance represent here for the truth? What does Temperance represent? Coming out in reverse, and I don't even read reversals. Eight of Cups in reverse. The Eight of Cups in the reverse is usually a returning. Something or someone, well, it's usually someone walking away from a situation. In the reverse, this is coming back. but waiting for the right time or the right opportunity. Hold on. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. That's too much. It could definitely revolve around a family, because we had the Four of Wands come out with the Ten of Coins. So a sense of stability, safety, security. Something that was safe, at least, was safe. Or somebody felt safe enough to be vulnerable. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. Tell me about this Queen of Cups, please. And what the truth is. One, two, three. Okay, this one came out just a minute ago. Let's see what this one is. Same card. Okay, those were meant to come out. These three came out. Maybe not the Magician, but I've seen these two before for this reading. Alright, so again, going off of instinctually what I feel here, some of you time has maybe already run out. If you're hoping for a return, or you're wondering what the right time to turn back, the truth of the matter is the time you've lost that opportunity, or you are running out of time, being in that Eight of Swords where you're not taking action, or vice versa. If this is a person, they're running out of time, and it's not just you shutting this down, it's the opportunity is being withdrawn. This is like the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is like an opportunity being taken back, or a promise not being kept. With the Magician, the Page of Wands, and the Page of Swords, okay, timing is definitely an issue here. But there's also something about, with the Page of Wands and Swords here, the Magician is a card about having everything that you need at your disposal to make something come to fruition. But you have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, so there's something that you are missing to see something, or this person. There's something that they feel that they do not have, or that they legitimately do not have. Maybe it's financially can't support, or they don't feel like they have anything of value to add to a connection. Like, for instance, they want to come back with that Eight of Cups in the reverse. They want to return, they want to reconcile, but they don't feel like they're at the point where they can add anything of value. They realize that time is running out. And if that's not if you're not dealing with a person, then this is you. You feel like you don't have the means with which to see something through, something that you're trying to manifest, something that you're trying to create. We're going to see what that is. I'm going to switch it up though. Got 6 minutes. So this will be a part 3 after this one. There will be a part 3. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. What is this opportunity? Or what does this represent? Missed opportunity, something being taken back, withdrawn, revoked. What is this Ace of Pentacles, please, for the truth of the situation? Knight of Pentacles. It could be just a delay. This person will be delayed, or a situation working out in your favor will be delayed. But I kind of feel with what was up here, again, apply it as necessary. If you're not dealing with someone, then this is you stuck in this mindset that you can't do anything. This is like, this is coming, you're manifesting that. You're actually creating that reality just by thinking that you can't. You're creating, if you think you can't do something, you're correct. If you think you can, you're correct. It's all in your mindset and what you put your focus and your attention into. Intention, attention, either one. With the Magician, I feel like somebody is misrepresenting themselves. Whether that's you or the person on your mind. They're not giving themselves enough credit. They're not giving the connection enough credit. They're allowing, whoever this is about, you or the other person, they're allowing something that they feel that they lack, or you lack, or the situation lacks. They're allowing that to dictate the direction of this. It is coming down to an element of time. Time is running out. I feel like that's more so, maybe not somebody coming back, but the time is slipping away. Or it's already slipped away. But there's nobody to blame but whoever this is. If that's you, it's kind of down to you. Because I'm looking at these goldfish, and goldfish can only grow in the environment that they're put in. So if they're put in a tiny little fish bowl, they're only going to be the size of, they're going to remain small. And if you put them in a pond, they're going to grow to the size that would constitute their surroundings. Somebody's putting themselves in a small situation, or in a small mindset, and they're manifesting that reality. They are creating that reality. Alright, so let's move on. Why am I putting that in backwards? Okay, recent past. No, again, if you watched part 1, this could have been conflict in the past with somebody. A water sign does not have to be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, specifically Scorpio. Conflict, it's not heavy conflict. It's more like clashing. A clashing of wills, a clashing of miscommunication, misrepresentation, misunderstandings. Too many people wanting to be the chief, basically, or the boss. It could be competitiveness or jealousy. So let's look at one more with the Five of Wands, and okay. Yeah. Okay, that's what I feel is the strongest message here. Somebody felt content that they had time. They had time to waste. A lot of it was misdirected energy, like they didn't know where to put their energy. Because the Five of Wands is very, it's a lot of friction. It's that word, frenetic. It's bouncing all over the place. This is energy that can't be contained. And also like being pulled in several directions at once. And they felt that they had the time to waste to figure it out. Like I have time to figure this out. But then time passed. And by the time they realize that time had run out or is almost up, now it's down to the wire. Whoever this is, again, if it's you, then you're dealing with yourself and your own conflict, internal conflict. But if you're dealing with somebody, then this is theirs. Or maybe they see you that way. Let me look at... That really rings true. I mean, there's a lot of different stories here, but that's the one that's the loudest for me. Somebody felt like they had the time, and now it's either up or it's running out really quickly. Waiting for something to change. Okay, let me stop it here. We are going to have a part 3. If this resonated with you, feel free to check out part 3 for extended reading for the sign of Aquarius. Hopefully talk to you soon.